Tati, Tati Turin? Tati Turin. Yeah, Tati Turin, how's it going?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Nice. Okay, good to see you. Tati Turin, I think you've been in my class once or twice before?
Yeah.
Okay, a little while ago. And how have you been?
What classes? Oh,
No, so how have you been? It's like, have you been well? Like, yeah, since I've seen you last, it's
yes,
like,
I'm fine, thank you.
okay. Yeah, so again, it's like the present perfect. So it's taking something in the past and then it's going forward up until now. So from point X in the past, have you been well up until now? So you'd say, yeah, I have been great, or I've been pretty well, thanks. So yeah, it's just asking about something that continues. But
I've
okay,
been
good,
pretty well.
nice. And Julieta, welcome to class as well. Julieta, how are you? Julieta, can you hear me?
Hi, teacher. Yes, I can hear you.
Hi. And how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay. And what have you done today, Julieta?
I have I have been to my father's office
Okay.
and then I am back now.
Okay. Nice. So hopefully the day at the office went well again.
hmm
All right. And what else do we have here? Jesus, how is it going?
Hi, nice to meet you. Fine, thanks. And you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Nice to meet you too. Um, and Jesus, where are you from?
I am from Mexico.
Um, and so what do you do for fun? What do you like to do in your free time, Jesus?
What? S Sorry?
What do you do in your free time? What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, yeah. I like, well, I work in a call center and I
Hmm?
study international business in the university.
Okay, nice. Really cool. What do you do when you're not working or studying? What do you do for fun? Do you like to watch soccer, play sports, read, write, play music? What do you do for fun?
Well, I like watch the motocross, for example. It's a
Okay.
great sport. For example, the X Games. It's fine.
Okay, nice. So you like to watch motocross and you like to watch the X Games and things like that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And the CrossFit, for example, the games of CrossFit.
Nice. Awesome. And Danny, welcome to class. Danny, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice. And Danny, I don't think I've seen you in class before. Danny, where are you from?
I'm from Israel.
Okay, Israel. And in your free time, Danny, what do you like to do?
I love to play the piano and watch movies, hang out with friends.
Nice. Okay, piano, movies, friends, all good things.
Yes.
All right, Albert, welcome to class two. Albert, how are you?
Hey, thank you. I'm fine.
Nice, good to hear. And Albert, I'm not sure if you've been in my classes before. Have you been in my classes, Albert?
No, this is my first time, my very first time on Berlin, so I'm
Awesome.
excited.
Okay, good. Well, it's nice to have you. Albert, where are you from?
I'm from Barcelona.
Good. Well, welcome to Verbling and welcome to class.
Thank you.
And Spotto, welcome to class as well. Spotto, how are you?
Thanks. How are you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. And Spotto, I don't think I've seen you in class either. Spotto, where are you from?
I'm from Turkey.
Okay, nice. And Spotto, what do you do for fun? What do you like to do in your free time?
Play guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of musicians in class. And Lena, also. Lena, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. My verbing is have got a problem, has got a problem, and it is for me very stressed.
Oh no.
I'm okay. I'm here and I'm confident and I can speak with you and with our class.
Yeah, for
Ah,
sure.
oh, super.
Nice. Okay, and who else do we have? Eugene. Welcome to class.
Hi,
Eugene, how are you?
Joshua. Hi, guys. Good to see you again. I'm fine, and you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. Eugene, what did you do today?
Just an average work day. Nothing
Okay,
special.
nice. And Lena, where are you from?
I'm from Moscow, from Russia.
Okay, nice. Well, it's good to meet you. Nice to meet everybody. Got a lot of new faces in class today. All right, and so let's go on to today's topic. And let's start with Albert. Can you read the title in the next lines?
Yeah. Going grocery shopping. Today we will talk about going to the grocery store, learn food idioms, practice common grocery store interactions.
Nice. Okay, you did a really good job with your pronunciation. Only a couple of small things. We say more like grocery, so it's a silent E.
Grocery.
Yeah, good, grocery. And idioms.
Idioms.
Nice. Good
Okay,
work.
thanks.
And let's have Albert. Can you ask Danny the first question?
Yeah, Danny, how often do you go grocery shopping? When was the last time you went?
Usually my mom do this, so I don't do this often, but I was uh, last week in the
Okay.
grocery shopping.
Okay, thank you.
We need to change a couple small things. This is a really good answer, Danny. This verb. So we need to conjugate it to the third person. So how do you conjugate that verb, Danny?
What? I don't.
So the conjugation of the verb, we need to change it a little bit. So this is the present tense, except for the third person singular. So my mom do. How do you change that?
Uh, what you ask?
Okay, so this is the verb do in the present tense. So, Danny, can you read this chart?
I do. You do. She, he, it, they do.
Not quite. So this is the third person. What letter do we add in the third person? Who can tell us? Anybody?
Does.
S. Yeah, so we say does.
Ah,
How do we change this, Danny?
so my mom uh, does.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's a she, he, it. It's the third person singular.
Okay.
And we'd use the past tense of to go here.
Went.
Yeah, good. So I went last week. Can you repeat your sentence, Danny?
Okay. So usually my mom does this. I don't do this often, but I went last week.
Good. Okay, really good work. And all right, let's have Danny. Can you ask Eugene the next question?
Okay. Do you make a grocery list or do you pick out what you want at the store?
I usually don't make a grocery list, but I prefer to buy what I want to the store right now. But sometimes it's accidental.
Sometimes it's accidental.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. I think that's good. I wouldn't change anything there. All right. And what about you, Fernando? Do you make a list or do you buy what you want at the store?
No, we usually prefer before go shopping make the list with the basic items, and when we get to the grocery shopping we can add uh, the item that we need, but that we also think we could need.
Okay. Good. I changed a few things here. We usually prefer before going shopping making the list with the basic items. Or making a list of basic items. And when we get to the store, we can add items that we think we might need. Can you repeat that sentence one more time?
Okay. We usually prefer before going shopping making a list of basic items, and when we get to the grocery store we can add the items that we think we might need.
Nice. Okay. And yeah, that sounded much better, Fernando. Fernando, can you ask Juliet the next question?
Julieta, what items are always on your grocery list?
Some items that are always in my grocery list are bread, milk, coffee, and some vegetables, meat.
Okay. Nice. Bread, milk, coffee, some vegetables, and meat. All right. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
No.
Okay, good. Really nicely done, guys.
So I have a question. May I say, for
Yes.
example, how often do you do grocery, or how often do you make grocery?
No. So grocery is like a food product. How often do you shop for groceries? How often do you go? Yeah, but we couldn't say how often do you do groceries. That wouldn't work. Good question, though. Any other questions?
Yes,
Okay.
I have a question. Uh, in what case you use might and when you use could?
So these are tricky. I think you could use could in this sentence. So items that we could need, they're really similar. I'm going to try to look for a page that might help you out with choosing the best ones. This might help out, these modal verbs. They're a little bit tricky. Again, you could use could here. But it just seems a little bit odd. It would work grammatically, it's fine. So you could say the items that we could need, that we might need.
Okay.
Might just seems a little bit more common. to me.
Okay.
Both would work. Good question. And yeah, in the chat box, there's a page about those modal verbs.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
Could help. Yeah. Let's go here and let's have Jesus. Can you read the title and the words?
Yeah, is read.
Yeah. Could you read the title and the words?
Yeah, is shopping cart, produce, deli, condiments, bakery, brand name items, snacks, dairy, paper or plastics.
Good. Items.
Items.
Yeah. Items. And dairy. Can you repeat dairy?
Dairy.
Yeah, dairy. Other than that, you did a really good job. Nice work with condiments. It's a tough word. Okay, and does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
No.
Okay. And
I'm sorry, condiments. What is it?
nice, good question. So, condiments. Can you repeat that?
Condiments.
Good.
Condiments.
Okay, what are condiments? Does anybody know?
Condiments are
Spices.
things that you put to make the
Like,
food more tastier,
Tastier.
like salt, pepper, spicy things.
Yeah. So really common ones, ketchup, mustard, salt, pepper, sauces. They're spices generally. Spices and sauces are condiments. Dressings you could use too. Does that make sense, Lena?
I can make a sense. I like very much condiments. For example, pepper, and
Yeah. And we changed the
pepper.
place of or very much. So I like condiments very much. Instead of I like
Sorry?
very much. So we just need to put very much at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, so I like condiments very much. Okay, but good. And let's have Jesus. Can you make a sentence, or can you tell me what a deli is? What's a deli, Jesus?
I don't know what is deli.
Okay. Who can explain? What's a deli?
milk.
Okay. Dairy is milk.
Oh, sorry, dairy.
Deli is like gastronome.
For example, yogurt.
For example, what?
Frozen. Sorry.
Not quite. Adi, what's a deli?
Gastronome.
I'm not sure what a gastronome is, Lena.
Food shop.
Oh,
Delicatessen shop.
Okay.
Oh, deli can be the meat.
Yeah. So the place where you buy pre-cooked meat and cheese.
For
By the
example,
pound.
caviar is daily. Caviar.
Caviar. I wouldn't
Maybe
say.
ham is deli.
Yeah, you get ham at the deli. Generally. Yeah. So the place where we buy pre-cooked meat and cheese by the pound or by the kilogram would be the deli in a supermarket. Does that make sense? Okay. And hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Maybe one more. What does paper or plastic mean, Lena?
Maybe it is it is it is different bottles or I don't know.
Okay, it's a little bit different. So not bottles. Maybe Sparo. What's paper or plastic mean?
Paper or plastic? I don't know.
Okay. Fernando, when would somebody use paper or plastic? Or maybe Tatiana, do you know?
Paper or plastic? What was the question?
Yeah, what does paper or plastic mean?
Paper, for example, when we buy milk, milk is usually in a carton. Carton is made of paper. Sometimes we buy water, water put in a plastic bottle instead
No,
of plastic.
I think that paper or plastic means napkins or something like that.
Little bit different. So usually at the end, I guess at the checkout of the grocery store, the cashier asks if we want paper or plastic, referring to the bags for your groceries. So yeah, you get asked if you want to put your your groceries in paper or plastic. Does that make sense?
In my country, there isn't any paper.
Okay, so just plastic?
Plastic bag, that's why it's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Okay. But good. And yeah, does anybody have any questions on this page? Any last questions?
In plastic is fine bags.
Yeah, a plastic bag. Paper or plastic is a question that the grocer would ask you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
What?
Okay, well hopefully that makes sense. And if we go back to deli, this is a picture of a deli. That would be a common deli, at least in the United States. So yeah, they have lots of meat and cold things. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next page. And let's have Sparo. Can you read the role of the little boy? And Tati Tulin. Tati, can you read the role of the mother?
I can't see
Okay.
well. It's very, very little.
Does that help?
Can I write or wrote the grocery cart? Can I write? Write, maybe. Okay,
Yeah.
I can't see exactly. Can I write in the grocery cart?
Am I
I think
boy
you
or
are
mom?
Okay, sorry. So Tatiana, can you just play the role of the mother?
okay.
And so Sparo, can you read the first role and then the
Okay.
role of the little boy?
Can I write in the grocery cart?
I think you are a little big for that one.
Oh boy.
Does that help, Tatiana?
I think you are a little big for that nun.
Now.
No. Maybe you just put us a link in the chat.
Yeah, I could put the whole thing in. You can't see it at all.
A little bit better. Okay, I think you are a little big for that now.
Please.
Sparo? Yeah.
All right, up to go. Up
Oh
you go.
boy. Now run
Now run
down.
down and
Sorry, this is Spado's.
No,
okay.
no, no run down. The easel and let go.
Good. Spado, can you repeat aisle?
Aisle.
Good. Aisle.
Aisle.
What's an aisle? Does anybody know? What's an aisle?
It's just like a row between an counters. Yeah?
A row between what?
Between counters. Not just little counter where shop assistants put some products, shelves, yeah.
Yeah, between shelves maybe, yeah. So, like a hallway almost. Or a corridor. Exactly. So the aisle would be the row between shelves. It's like a hallway or a corridor. Exactly. And okay. Maybe Albert, what's happening in this comic? Can you explain what's happening in the comic?
This child wants to uh, this child wants to write that grocery cart, and his mother as telling his son that he's too little
Too
for
big.
that. It's too big. Okay, it's too big for him.
Oh,
Uh, and at the end, his mother puts him on top of the cart.
what does he ask? What's his request at the end?
At the end, he wants to run between he wants to run through the corridor,
Hmm.
and go there.
Yeah. What's it mean to let go? What's it mean to let go?
Sorry, repeat.
To let go. What's it mean, let go?
To hurry up or something like
Um,
that.
it's more like release. So let go is release. So when you
Okay.
let go of something, you stop holding on to it. So
Okay.
he wants her to start running really quickly and then let go, release the cart.
Okay.
What would happen if that did happen? What would happen?
Uh, what happened? Well,
What would happen? So
what would happen?
what would
Uh,
happen if this comes true?
well, maybe the cart will take some velocity inside the corridor. Maybe it can crash uh, in some place
Yeah, likely it would crash somewhere, for sure.
somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, okay, good. Um, and maybe let's have Albert. Can you ask Lena this question right here?
Lina, when you were a child, did you enjoy going to the grocery store? Why or why not?
And sorry, Lena, your microphone is muted, so you're gonna have to unmute your microphone.
Okay. I can't remember. Maybe I like going to the grocery store. Um, mm, Maybe not. I don't know. But now I hate shopping at all.
And why you hate shopping?
I don't know. It is too much. It is too much time and too much stress, and I don't know. Buy all. I prefer to buy all things in internet.
Okay, on the internet. I prefer to buy everything on the internet.
Uh, in, on, in.
On the internet. Yeah, on the internet. Okay, a couple small things. Maybe I like to. Now I hate shopping at all. Um, we would change this around a little bit. We can't put at all here. Um, I hate shopping. We could say I hate all shopping, and that might work. Um, and then the question, Albert, why do you hate shopping?
Okay.
So you need the auxiliary verb there because the question. And then the other thing, Lena, it takes too much time.
It takes too much time. Okay.
Yeah. So it lasts too long, it takes too much time.
Yes.
Okay, but good. Really nice job. And Lena, can you ask Danny the next question?
Danny, if you have kids, do you like to bring them grocery shopping? Why or why not?
Okay, so if I have kids, of course I will bring them to the grocery shop.
Hey, sorry, a quick question right at the beginning. So, do you have kids or do you not?
Not.
Okay. So, in that case, we would say if I had kids, I would bring them.
Okay, so if I had kids, I would bring them to the grocery shop, because I uh, I can teach them how to shop smart, and how to shopping, and then in addition I think it's fun, so that's it.
Okay, good. We would want to use an adverb here. So, how would we make this into an adverb?
uh, Smart shopping,
So, you could say smartly,
yes.
or we could say shop well, or smartly. So, but it's modifying the verb to shop. So because it's modifying a verb, we need an adjective, or we need an adverb. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And because I could. Again, hypothetical situation, so we'd use that modal. Okay. And what about you, Eugene? Do you like to bring your kids grocery shopping, or would you?
I would, I guess, but I have no kids.
Okay. But I have no kids. Maybe somebody with kids. Does anybody in class have kids? Does anybody have kids?
I have.
Okay. And so, yeah, Lino, what about you? Do you like bringing your kids to the grocery store or no?
Yes, my daughter writes on shopping cart in the shopping cart, and it's very funny.
Okay.
Yes, my daughter is very clever. She helps me to buy mm, anything, to
Okay.
buy
Helps me buy
things.
things. Yeah. Good. Okay, good. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
No question, just to add. I have child too, and he likes to ride, but not in a cart, but it's just like bicycle or car. It's very big cart, and kids like to drive in it, and he prefer to choose everything and put in a cart.
Okay, he likes to choose everything and put it in the cart. Nice. How old is he?
4.
Okay, cool. Really good. And any other questions or comments? Okay. Let's do some practicing. And let's have Eugene. Actually, let's have Danny. Can you ask Eugene the first question?
Yes. Eugene, can you tell me where the produce station is? A section is.
Okay, the produce section is in the right corner of the store.
Okay. Nice. And produce. Can you repeat produce?
Produce.
Yeah. And what's produce? Does anybody know?
Maybe it is something they produce exactly in the store. Maybe.
Not quite. So you've got the verb to produce, which is to make, and then we have produce, which is a noun, which is a little bit different. Any other ideas?
No.
Fruits and vegetables as produce. So the produce section is the section that has fresh fruits and vegetables. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's for the first time I hear this
Okay.
produce. It's mean fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, fruits and vegetables would be the produce. So if we look, get, so you can see it in a lot of different ones. Let's look here. So produce section, all the fruits and vegetables. Okay, and yeah, but really good.
I have a little question.
What's your question?
Produce is only from fruit and vegetables?
Yes, the produce section is only fruits and vegetables, and fungus, like mushrooms. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the produce section, fruits and vegetables. Okay, and let's have Eugene. Can you ask Jesus the next question?
Okay, Sus, can you do a price check for me? Oh, no. Or this one.
What?
Yeah, Eugene, that was good. Can you ask the question again, Eugene?
Can you do a price check for me?
Price. What? I don't know what is price.
Okay. Who can explain what price is?
The cost of the product.
Yeah, so what's a price check then?
Okay. Price check for me. Price, for example, the milk.
Sure.
The price of the milk.
It depends. So can you do a price check for me on the milk? Yeah, that would work. So pretend you work in the store. Work at the store. How would you answer?
Here is your price check.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Can you be a little bit more specific, Tati?
More specific. I
So,
don't know. Cashier sometimes, cashier all the time says, "Here is your change and check checklist or check
okay.
price."
Could you do a price check for me? Means, can you tell me how much this costs? So, can you do a price check? Can you find out how much this costs? Does that make sense? Jesus, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so if somebody was asking you that in a supermarket, how would you answer?
How much this cost? Oh yeah, in Mexico is 14 pesos.
Okay, so it's 14 pesos. That would work. Again, if you're imagining that you work in the restaurant or the supermarket, so can you do a price check for me? This would be the customer. You might say, yeah, sure, hold on while I go check. And then you come back. Yeah, it's 14 pesos. So again, just pretend that you're more in the situation, but good. Jesus, can you ask Lena the next question?
Yeah. Did you have prepackaged candy? How do you say prepackaged?
Prepackaged.
Prepackaged. Prepackaged. Prepackaged. Okay.
And my answer, I don't know. Maybe we have prepackaged candy, maybe not, because I don't know what is it prepackaged candy.
Okay, so prepackaged candy, it's the opposite of loose candy. So if we go and get some pictures, this is loose candy. And if you think
Without
of,
package.
yeah, so if you look at prepackaged candy, that would be something like this. So these are all prepackaged candy.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay,
Lena.
and my answer in our grocery shop is in our grocery shop we have prepackaged candy, for example, Snickers and Mars.
Like Snickers and Mars bars?
Mars bars, yes.
Okay, good. Nice. That's good. Nice answer, Lena. Okay, and Lena, can you ask Tatiana the next question?
Tatiana, do you have more soda in the back?
In the back, what does it mean? In the back?
Okay, hold on. So Tatiana, in the back, what does it mean? How would you reword that question? How would you make that a correct question? What's a better way of asking? So yeah, this is grammatically incorrect. So we can't say that. How
What
could you
in the back mean?
close?
What does in the back mean?
Yeah, what does in the back mean? Perfect. Does anybody know?
Maybe at the back side of the store?
Close to slightly different. We'd say in storage. In the storage section, in the basement. Yeah, I mean, in the backside of the store, in terms of like where customers can't go. So in the part of the store where they keep extra supplies. So in storage. Does that make sense, Tatiana?
Um, a little bit. Sometimes when we came near to cashier, there are a lot of little products there, just like chocolate or maybe chewing gum. It means this in the back.
No. So that would be in the front, I think. Um, yeah, that's just at the checkout line. So candy at the checkout line. So in the back, do you know what storage is? Storage?
Yeah. Could you show? Could you share a picture or show?
Yeah. Um, so hold on. So we'd say, trying to find like a good picture of a storage facility. Okay, I'll just get you like a general picture of storage. Um, oh man, son of a gun. Sorry. So if you look at this, this is just a picture of a storage facility. It's obviously different in a supermarket, um, but it's not set up to look nice. It's just set up to hold things. So it's not where you get the food. This is another storage facility. Um, yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah. Now it's clear. It's like depot.
It's like what?
Depot. Um,
I'm not sure.
oh,
But yeah, I'm really not sure exactly what you mean. But generally, it's where they keep the extra supplies or materials. It would be in the back.
okay.
Again, like a storage facility, a basement, something else.
It's very interesting question. That's why I ask what does it mean in the back, because are there any is there not enough soda, for example, in a grocery shop? The customer wants more soda in the back.
Yeah. So generally, what would happen here is there is no soda in the store, but in the back they keep extra supplies of food. So maybe they haven't, you know, put the soda out yet, but yeah, generally you keep the extra supplies in the back. So yeah, there wouldn't be any in the store, but maybe in storage there would be more. Does that make sense, Tatiana?
Yeah.
Okay, so how much you answer?
Do you have more soda in the back? Yeah, yes, we do. How many bottles of soda would you like?
Maybe 100.
Okay,
Oh
I
wow.
just call my assistant and he helps you.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. Good. That's awesome though. Yeah, perfect. I'm still like trying to find like a receiving area for a supermarket. But that was good. That sounded really great. Um, yeah, that might be another like sort of receiving area in the back for a supermarket. Again, they're all big. But okay, good. And
What does it mean when a customer wants to buy like a wholesale?
wholesale, yeah.
Wholesale. Maybe this question for customer who wants to buy in wholesale.
Okay, not quite. So in the back, again, it's not wholesale. It's just like all this. This food is not prepared yet. So that's in the back of the store. So this food is all in its shipping stuff. So they haven't put it onto the shelves. So if something's in the back, it's just not on the shelves yet. So it's not ready, but they still have it at the store. So it's not out of stock. It's just not out on the shelves yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I think that's probably the best picture that I've found yet.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, we are out of time. You guys did a really good job today. Yeah. Does anybody have any last questions?
No.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
thank you for your patience.
Yeah. Of course. But no, really.